Great. Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Jagadish. I am a founder of SITA.dev. I will quickly give introduction about SITA.dev in a couple of minutes, and I will hand it over to Atul. Atul will take you through the subject matter today, building the apps using AI. SITA.dev mainly works with international talent, helping international talent land tech jobs in Sweden and Europe. That's what we do. Our mission is to equalize the IT sector by promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion. We work, as I said, mainly with international talent. All our mission, vision, values, and promises are completely based on top of that. So I can say it in two statements, that is empowering international talent and bridging the skills gap. And we also work as a strategic partner with companies to provide tech talent. And these are the four areas we mainly work. Academy is our base. We have several tech career paths: full stack web development, data analytics, DevOps, and software testing, and UI UX design. So these are the career paths we have. These are vocational trainings. These last from 9 to 12 months for completely beginners or anyone who wants to either restart their career in IT or transform their careers to IT, or completely absolute beginners with no background, no experience. For them, these courses, and we run that through the academy part. Talent discovery is we work with companies and whoever have already experience and landed in Sweden and trying to get their first job. We connect them with the companies through talent discovery program. We help them getting internship opportunities, consulting opportunities. So this is mainly for companies connecting the experienced professionals or who already have some tech skills. In community building, we run a community called International Talent in Sweden. Though people from outside of Sweden are also part of it, we mostly welcome anyone from within Europe. And as part of community building, again, we mainly work on several factors. That is how to get employable skills that get you hired in Sweden, Europe. Also, some fun activities like potlucks and meetups and games, etc. So that health and well-being focused activities and networking mainly. So we have a meetup group with more than 1,500 people. Recently, we started a LinkedIn group. We were also running WhatsApp community, but we are now completely trying to be more active on a LinkedIn group. I will also share the links in the chat after I finish my presentation. If you are interested, you can join the LinkedIn group, or most probably you're already part of the meetup group. That's why you're here. So, but yeah, we also run community activity. This session is also part of the community activity. We conduct a lot of workshops. Monday also we are going to conduct one web development bootcamp. We recently finished one Python bootcamp. Before that, we finished one web development bootcamp. So we have been running a lot of free workshops, boot camps, seminars, webinars that empower international talent to get employable skills while networking and also having some fun. And we also work with some government organizations that want to help the international talent navigate the Swedish job market. I had some sessions with International House Gothenburg. We are also planning more and more activities, also conduct some official session programs with business to government through some tenders, etc. That is also one more thing. So these are the four areas we work. SITA.dev works. Academy is our heart, and then all the other things followed by academy base. And this is the impact that we're creating. We equip individuals with employable skills, which also helps bridging the skills gap in Sweden. Skills gap is real. Companies struggle to find skilled professionals. Though there is a lot of unemployment, at the same time, companies also struggle to find skilled professionals, which also promotes diversity, equity, and inclusion. There is age discrimination. There is a lot of discriminations in, especially in tech. The tech industry is dominated by young white male professionals. So our attempts actually help promoting diversity in multiple areas: age, color, race, so you name it. gender, enabling career transitions. A lot of people who come to Sweden with their partners or somehow, they have completely different backgrounds, teaching background, HR background, or banking or finance. So most of them have very hard time getting job in their domain. It's because lack of less opportunities, or also lack of or the demand of the local language, or sometimes the demand of being born and brought up in Sweden. You have to be native. Otherwise, it's very hard. Though no one says this openly, that we don't hire you in XYZ agency or government organization if you are not a Swedish person. No one says that, but in practicality, it is very hard to get a job. But in IT and tech, it is possible to get a job with English speaking skills. A lot of international companies hire people. So we help people who tried everything and didn't get a job. We help them to transit to IT and tech. So we helped a lot of people. More than 90% of the people who joined the SITA in the last 5 years are from non-IT background. Only some 10% people have some background or experience or some education. They all are working in very good companies. So yes, that's all about SITA.dev. As I mentioned, I will share the links, some links that you can follow in the chat. Then I will hand over to Atul. Atul is our full stack development mentor. He has been training the SITA.dev trainees on web development skills. He is also going to conduct the session today and tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can take a minute and ask in the chat now. I can answer. Otherwise, Atul will take over. Any questions? Okay, we are good. Then over to you, Atul.
Yeah, thank you, Jagdish. So hi guys, let's start now. So before starting, a small introduction about myself. So I have a 4 year of experience in development. Along with that, I have a 5 year of teaching experience. So I have trained around 300 people. So you are like one of them. We'll start now. But before starting, let me give a small idea how many of you are aware about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we are starting by assuming you all have the basic understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Simply ping in the chat, yes, yes, we have a good understanding. We have basic understanding in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. Okay, fine. Yes. Okay. Apart from that, anyone who knows about React.js, anyone who have a good understanding about React.js, they can mention React. They can type React in the chat. If any one of you are aware about React.js, they can type React. Okay, so we have Ajaya. Fine. React, fine. No, no, okay. Yep. Okay, so maximum of you know doesn't know about React. So what is the plan now? What we will do? We have 2 days of workshop. In the first day, I will try to give you the exact, we can say a proper idea about React.js, how to use it, how to build the application, right? After first day, in the second day, I will guide you how to use the AI tools along with the React.js. So that if someone doesn't have an idea about React.js, they will get the idea on React.js, and then they can understand how we can use the AI tools in the React.js, right? Okay. So now currently time is okay, fine. So in the starting, in the first 30 minutes, I will show you something. I will like give you the entire idea about the basic of a React, correct? And if you want, you can write the code along with us also. That will be more better. So how many of you joined to the laptop? How many of you joined through the laptop? Okay, so yes, fine, it's good. Okay, yep, perfect. So now I'm sharing my screen, and see, we are using a VS Code. We have one more tool along with the VS Code, that is a cursor. That is more about the AI. We'll discuss that part in tomorrow's session, but today we will focus on the VS Code. I am assuming you all have the VS Code installed in your system, right? I'm sharing my screen. Let's share my screen now. Sharing, yep. Okay, and done. So I hope you are all able to see my screen now. Now let's minimize it. Okay. Yes. And you can between up to it. Okay. And one more part, guys. In between, if someone have any doubt, feel free to ping me. Otherwise, you can unmute yourself to discuss with me. Right? If someone have any doubt, okay, don't hesitate. Don't wait for for my turn. If someone have a doubt, simply unmute yourself or directly drop the message in the chat. Fine. Okay. The first part that you have to do, guys, you have to open the VS Code. The first thing you have to do is that open the VS Code first, right? Open the VS Code first. And before starting the entire discussion on React, let me give a brief idea on this part, ki why we are learning React.js, why it is so much important to learn React.js. So let's take some data, right? There's a one website. With the help of that, we can get the idea why React.js is so trending in the market. Okay, so I will show you 2 years of data. One is 2023 and one is 2024. Okay. So in the beginning of this web development, I think we all are aware about this part. In the beginning, we have a static website. We are using HTML and CSS. After some year, there comes the JavaScript, which makes our static website dynamic in nature, right? And then we have some more libraries, some more frameworks are there, like jQuery is there. And then we have AngularJS. Then it comes React.js, and then it's keep coming, right? Like we have so many frameworks, so many libraries are there in the market, and it's keep evolving. Now, if you see this data is there, right? And if you observe this part here, what they are telling ki in 2024, what is the maximum use framework and library in the market? That is a React.js. So if you see 82% people are using the React.js. And after that, there comes the Angular, and then we have one more, that is a Vue.js. So we have a so many. Now there comes a question in the mind, कि Atul, but which library or which framework we need to learn, right? As a simple rule, whichever is the trending in the market, we first learn that part, right? So if you learn React.js, doesn't mean you don't know anything about the remaining part, right? All of them are the library, or you can say a framework of JavaScript. In short, JavaScript is the base for all of this. So if you have a good understanding of JavaScript, and if you learn any one of them, you are easily good to go with other framework also, right? As I mentioned, React is so much used in the recent years, so we are picking the React.js in our workshop. Fine. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of library or framework in the chat? Anyone? Instead of using the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, why we are using React.js? Why we are using the AngularJS? Any specific reason on that? You can mention anything, any single word, two things, say one line to improve development time. Okay. Yes. Yes. This point is, I think, to the point. To have a good structure. Correct. See, it is same like a simple example. Yes, to simplify making a SPA, right? See, if you remember, we all have the phones. I'm taking a real life example. We all have the keypad phones. Like few years back, we all have the keypad phones, right? Now we have a touch phones. Touch screen phones are there. So ultimately, if you see, both are fulfilling the purpose of the cell phones, right? But in the touchscreen phones, we have the better feature, we have a easiness to use it, and we have a extra functionality, right? And they are more powerful. Same way, we can take this example in terms of this libraries and the framework. We can build the application with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But if someone use this kind of a libraries, this kind of frameworks, it makes the things easy for our developers. And remember one part, developers are the laziest person. So they'll tools to make the things easy for them, right? In the same way, they have built these frameworks, these libraries, so that the things become easy for them. And at the end, they have a very good code, which is scalable and which is more fast as compared to the previous version of the codes. To provide additional functionality correct, such as live routing, right, inbuilt functionality perfect. Okay, fine. So fine. So I'm giving a very basic idea to you guys. Okay, I'm not entering in more you can say technical terms in the beginning. Fine. So I hope you all get the idea about this React.js. I'm again repeating in a simple term, the way we build the application with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In the same way, now we'll build our application with the help of React.js. Difference part is the way we write the code. Some syntax parts are there, some rules are there that we have to follow, right? Okay. So in case of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, when I build the application, I will make a new folder, right? So in the same way now, what I will do, let me click a new folder, file, open a folder. So you guys also open a new folder in this VS Code. I am clicking on the desktop. I will select a new folder. I'm giving a name workshop. So guys, accordingly, you can make a new folder. I'm giving a name folder workshop. And we need to select this new folder, right? So as you mentioned, you all are aware about the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I'm assuming you also have built some application with the help of that. So in case of HTML and CSS, we used to build files, right? .html, .css, and .js, correct? In the same way, for React.js also, we need to build some files, right? We need to build some files. So first of all, just let me know in the chat, have you opened this VS Code and have you created one new folder? Just let me know in the chat ki yes, you have opened it. Yes, okay, fine. Okay, now to build the React application, there are 2-3 ways are there. So let's go with the step by step. So when React comes in the beginning, right, we have some command. Now what is the command? Okay, what does the command means here? If I open the VS Code now, wait, we'll open this now. Okay. Okay, so let's take this example now. See, what is a normal command to save something? Like in your laptop, what is a normal command to save something? Shortcuts. What is the shortcut in your keyboard? Oh, what about the Git? Okay, you can take the Git example also. Okay, in a Git also we have some command, but assume we don't know about Git. In the basic, in your keyboard, in your laptop, when you want to save something, what is the short you will use? Control, yes, command plus S, correct. Yes. See, you all are aware about the commands concept. Yes, we have some commands that we press, so things become easy for us. These are shortcuts, right? In the same way, to get the basic folder structure of React, we have some commands, right? Let me again repeat the entire line, what I have conveyed. To build the basic folder structure of a React, we have some commands. Okay. Now, when I say basic folder structure, what does it mean? In the same way, when you are building some application with the help of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you build 3 files, right? But when it comes to the React.js, we have multiple files. And we can't build multiple files every time when we build the project. Now what was happen now, because React was developed by Facebook. Okay, React was given by the Facebook. Now what Facebook developer did, they assume ki yes, developers are lazy, so they build a command. They're telling you, okay, use this command. If you use this command, you will get the basic setup of the React.js, right? Fine. Now second point, we have multiple commands to achieve that. The first command, that is the older one, although we will not use this part, but I'm telling you, npx create react app and the name of the project. For example, I'm giving a name first. Now don't enter the command, don't write, like don't press the command. See, this is the previous command. It is the older command. Okay, I think 3 years, 4 years back, as a developer, we are using this kind of a command. So create react app. Create react app is a kind of a package. See, whatever term I'm telling, if someone have a doubt, please let me know. See, right now I have conveyed one term package. Create react app is a package. Now, what is the meaning of package? You can say package is kind of a Android application. Now, see, I am taking so many real life examples, some like other examples to relate the things with this so that things become easy for you. Now, let me open the NPX. If you get some confusion, give me a 10-15 minutes. Things become so easy for you. There's a platform known as the npm.js, right? You can relate this platform same as your Android Studio, Android Play Store, sorry. So in the Play Store, you have so many applications. You can download any one of them. In the same way, you can assume for a JavaScript packages, we have this platform. Whatever I want, I can install from it. Okay, this npm JS is one, you can say, normally it is known as Node Package Manager, or something where all the packages are managed, right? Here we have multiple kind of a packages. When I say packages, what does it mean? Packages means it give you some kind of functionality. Let me take a small example of this part. If I search here, what we can search. So Toastify is one package. I'm taking the example just to explain you what is the meaning of package. So we search this package named Toastify. Okay, if we click on this part. So if you scroll down and let's click on this demo part, there's a demo, click here. See, if I click on try, we can see in the right side, some pop-up is coming, right? Click on try again. Now, this is one functionality. This is one feature. Now, as a developer, if I want to implement this part, I need to write the code from a scratch. Now, instead of writing the entire code from a scratch, what developers have done, developer says, ki, okay, listen, what I will do, I will implement the entire functionality. I will wrap all the code in form of package. And that package is freely available on the platform that is the npmjs.com. Okay, this is a small example. In the same, we have a multiple packages which are fulfilling a specific purpose, right? Now, in the same way, if I go in the terminal again, create React app is a package. With the help of that, we are getting a default structure, a default React code. As I mentioned, this is the older version and we will not use this part now. Now to get the basic React application, the command is now npm create write latest. So this is the command, guys, we have to write. So if you all have opened the VS Code, just run this command. I am sharing the command in the chat also. This is the command. With the help of that, we will get a basic setup of the code. Is it compulsory? See, we can't say it is compulsory because you can write the code from a scratch also. But again, to avoid you can say a time, to avoid like more time and to avoid the complexity, we simply run this command and we are good to go, right? So if you run the command, it will ask some questions. So let's say if I press the enter here, it will ask you what is the name of your project, right? Let's wait. It will take some time. I think 1-2 minutes. Yes. So it is asking about the project name. You can give any name. I'm giving a name first. Enter. After that, it will ask about which framework you want to use. So I am clicking on React. Press the enter. Once you press the enter, now they're asking about select a variant. So we also have something known as TypeScript. Okay, we'll discuss this part later on. But first of all, now just simply click on a JavaScript. You have to use the arrow, enter JavaScript, and now you can see in the left side, you will have the folder that is the first. Is this part complete? So whoever complete this part, just let me know in the chat. Okay, done. Fine.
Yeah, Atul, actually, I messed up while installing. What I did after npm create with the latest, it asking me to okay to proceed. I said yes, and it says npx cva.
Okay.
Then
Okay, fine.
it asked me to write a project name. I just write test react. Then it asks package
Correct.
name, test react.
Correct.
Then it says invalid.
Okay, do one thing. You can share your screen once.
Please, I'll do that. Yeah,
Stop share.
share,
So,
share.
Renuka, like give me 5 minutes, na? We'll
Host
discuss with you.
disabled. Actually,
Hmm.
host disabled participant
Okay, I'm
share.
making you a host here. I'm making you a host. 1 minute. Yeah. Now you can share your screen.
Share. Host only. It says you can share host only.
Again, give a try.
Yeah. Shall I choose all participants? Advanced sharing option.
Yes. Yes. No, go ahead.
Okay. Yes. I think now. Hmm. Share. You can see my screen.
Yes.
You see, I pressed yes, and it came. Then
So
I
do
can
one thing. Press the control C. Okay. And now again, use the up arrow button to yes, correct. Enter. Give a name first. Like, don't give a space between that. You can give any name, but don't give a space between that.
I. Oh
Enter.
yeah, earlier I gave space, test space. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that is the only like because of that it create the problem. Yes, right.
Okay.
So guys, when you create the project name, if you want to use the 2 words or 3 words, don't give a space. You can give a hyphen or underscore.
Mm.
Now use the arrow button to select the React. Arrow button to select the React. Yes, enter. And then you can select JavaScript. Fine.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll stop sharing my screen. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Atul, I have some doubt.
Yes.
I got a error message like the term npm is not recognized as the name of cmd let function script files. I got this message.
Okay. So you also can share the screen now. Yeah. Let me make you host again.
Yeah,
Who's the one?
Atul Prakash, can
Shiva.
you
Okay.
stop the screen?
Wait. Stop.
Did you see my screen?
Yes. Okay. NPM create byte. Okay, fine. What they're telling. The NPM not another name of any mistake you are doing? Kya? No. Wait.
Here I create the
Is
folder, like a React workshop.
yes, correct.
I open the terminal.
Okay.
I open terminal like this, and I go here and
Mm-hmm.
open JavaScript terminal, something I opened, I
No,
think.
no, that is fine. That is fine. You have opened the right one. Do one thing. Close this part. Close this terminal part.
Okay.
Close it. And in the top, if you see, there's a terminal part. On the top navigation bar, we have a terminal. What is there?
Okay,
Oh,
terminal.
file. Yes. Click on this part. New terminal. Yes. Now try to run some command. Yes.
This
Enter.
coming.
Yes. Okay. Now here we have this. The term npm is not recognized as an. Do you have an npm or not? Can you check npm space -y
npm space
hyphen v?
-b.
It's v. It's a v.
V for
V.
version.
Oh, version. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. npm
Yes.
version.
Actually, Dana, your npm setup is not. I think it's corrupted. I also faced
Hmm.
similar issue earlier when
Okay,
I
fine.
pressed.
npm.
So, one could tell me one thing. Do you have a Node.js installed in your VS Code in your local system? Node.
No.
Okay, once type node space -v, node space -v, enter. Okay, fine. So guys, there is a one more add-on. We need to install the Node.js first. If any one of you have not Node.js, you have to install that part. Okay, someone have shared the link also. Yes, so you can click on the link, Shiva. You can click on the link in the chat. It is there.
Yeah. Okay.
Node.js link. So
Yes.
click on that part,
Okay.
and you have to download this window installer.
Window installer dot
Yes, this
msi.
one. Yes, yes. Download, and you have to install it as a game. Yeah, download. Okay, see, what is the meaning of Node.js? Now, let me give a rough idea on the Node.js. In the meantime, he's installing. And if someone doesn't have this Node.js, guys, please install Node.js. Without that, we will not able to install React.js. So, previously, what happened? We can use JavaScript, right, only in the browser. Okay, we can use the JavaScript only in the browser. So Shiva, now I'm sharing my screen because after this partner, once you again run the command, it will like execute the command.
Okay.
Okay. So yep, I'm sharing my screen now. So guys, I'll do one thing. Let me show you what is the meaning of Node.js. I will try to explain in simple words, not some technical words. So if I open the browser, and in the browser, if you're aware about, this is the developer tools are there, right? I simply right click and inspect element, and then we have a console. Now in this console, now I will write some command. Suppose I'm telling, okay, define a variable where a is equal to 20, then where b is equal to 30, and I'm telling now console dot log a plus b. Now my code is working fine. So in my browser also, I am running my JavaScript code. Now here is the question, how? The answer is that in every browser, we have inbuilt JavaScript engine. Okay, in every browser, we have an inbuilt JavaScript engine. In case of a Chrome, that is known as V8. Okay, V8 is a JavaScript engine for the Chrome browser. In the Firefox, it is a spider monkey, I think, right? Now, point comes ki we are able to run JavaScript in the browser, correct? Now, one developer think on this part. What if I need to run JavaScript outside this browser? Outside this browser means in our local system. So how we can do this part? Now, what he has done, he has combined the JavaScript engine, that is a V8 one, plus some C++ libraries, and he combined both of them, and with the help of that, what we achieve Node.js, and with the help of Node.js, we can run JavaScript outside the browser. And you can see this part right now, we are running a JavaScript in our local system, that is a VS Code. Is the story is clear about the Node.js? Yes, can you convey in the chat this Node.js part is clear? What is the meaning of Node.js?
Yes.
Okay. Package name means in which context you are asking Renuka package name?
No, Atul, as I said you before, I will give a project name space. So that's why
Correct.
giving package. After
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so I hope Shiva, in your case, I hope you have get this folder now.
No.
Okay, right now Node.js is installed, or okay. Sandeep, you can ask a question.
Yeah, Atul. So you have mentioned that with this Node.js, we are able to run the code in JavaScript code in Visual Studio. I mean, I didn't get that part because Visual Studio is an editor, right? So we can run any programming
Correct.
language there, right? So how it
Correct.
enables you to, because uh, I didn't get, because in any editor we can run any programming language.
Right. No,
So
I mentioned outside the browser. See, I mentioned outside the browser, and see right now for all of us outside the browser means VS Code. So it is not specifically VS Code. It means we can run Node.js we can run JavaScript outside the browser. And it can be anything. Specifically, I am telling here VS Code because we are using a VS Code.
Okay. Can you give some example? I know I might not understand, but just to hear, like, in what context?
Fine,
When you
fine. Yeah, we like just now. I think Shiva installed the Node.js. Otherwise, I will show that part to you. See, just now, a few minutes back, Shiva is trying to run the command. Okay, npm create something.
Still,
The
I'm
command
not
is
getting. Still, I'm getting
okay.
error.
So Shiva, do one thing. You can share your screen once. I think with your screen, I can explain that part.
Can you stop your screen? Then I'll show.
Yes. Stopped.
Yes.
So do one thing, Shiva, and just make a new file. In the left side, if you see, there's a button. Make a new file. No, not this one. A new file. Yes.
Mhm.
Wait. Normally there's a shortcut now. If you click on the React Workshop arrow in the left side, React Workshop. Yes, there's a button. File button is there along the same line plus file. Yes, click on this part. Make a name sample.js. Sample.js. So this is a simple JS file, guys. I hope you all are aware about this thing. Now do one thing. Define a simple variable where space a is equal to 10. Enter. Console.log b. Con is console, correct? Enter dot
Console dot.
log a, correct. Now answer should be 20. See, I have written JavaScript code. Now I want to check. Yeah, I want to run this file. To run this file, what is the step? See, you can't run the file now. You can't run this file directly in your local system. So I think Ravi, you have asked me a question now. Ravi is there, Sandeep. You have asked a question.
Yeah,
Sandeep,
Atul,
Ravi.
I have asked Sandeep here.
Sandeep, for example, this is the code that we have right now. This is JavaScript code, right?
Right.
Now I can't run this code in my local system. I can't run this code.
Okay.
So what we have a Node.js. Now just now Shiva installed Node.js. Now he will use Node.js to run this file. Now how? Shiva, you need to close the VS Code because you have installed Node.js, right? You have to close the VS Code, again open it, then it will work. So if someone install the Node.js, it is complete, then you have to again open the VS Code and then give a try. It will definitely work. Now you can open the terminal. You can write a command now. Write a command node space file name a sample.js. Whatever file name you have, write the sample.js. Enter. Yes. See, to all the people, guys, just now what we have seen here, we have make a simple JS file just to show you with the help of Node.js, we can run the JavaScript file. So Shiva have created a file sample.js. He has write the code in this part and he run that file with the help of Node. And to run the JavaScript file in a terminal, we have a simple thing, Node and the file name. Sandeep, now it's something is clear.
Right, Atul. It's clear.
You have to install npm also if you don't have any no, it is not required because when you install Node now, it will come automatically.
So should I create
now? Yes, now Shiva, you can delete this file. You can delete this sample file.
Okay.
Delete. Now what we will do, we'll run the command, same command. You can use the up arrow button to find out the same command. Use the up arrow. Correct. Enter. Yes. Now see again the second step. Once you install Node.js, right? Then you again start this application. Then there might be a chance you will get this kind of error. Now if you read the error carefully, the solution is there only. They're telling there's one path. There's one file that is a npm.ps1 cannot be loaded. Okay, so the npm.ps1 file is not loaded in this scenario. So what I will do, I will delete that file. Solution is that delete that file. So we'll go back to that location, copy the path from the terminal, right? File program files node.js. Yes, till node.js you can copy the path.
Okay.
From a C program. Yes, see
Okay.
till Node.js, copy it,
Okay.
go to your computer, like my computer, and simply search the location. You will find this file there, delete it. In the top, you can paste the path. Yes, paste, enter. Now, PS1 means PowerShell file. That is the last one. No, I think it is a npm npx. It is a npm, right? So last fourth file, that is a npm, and if you see the type is a window PowerShell.
Yes.
Last fourth,
This one.
last fourth, or the last
Last,
fourth one.
okay. This one.
And npm, and if you type is window PowerShell, that is a
Okay.
PS1. So that is the right file. You can delete this file.
Deleted.
Continue. And
Yes.
now again try in the VS Code. Don't close it. Again give a try to run that same command. Yes. Give a name.
File name. Same like the first.
First. Yes, first.
Then is React, right?
Yes, React. Correct.
And it is a JavaScript.
Right.
Def.
Is it fine now?
Sorry?
Okay, I hope guys, I think now everyone got this file, the React
Yes.
file. Yes. Okay, Shiva, now I'm sharing my screen.
Thank you so much.
Yep. So let me summarize the entire discussion. What we have discussed the last 30 minutes. We are discussing about React.js. We understand okay, React.js is something with the help of that we can build the code in a more gooder way, in a more efficient way. And then we get to know about this thing. We have some commands that we have to type to get the folder structure. When we start writing the command, we get to know there is a problem that is in some system Node.js is not installed. So we first install Node.js, we restart the VS Code, and then we figure out one more small mistake that is like sometime it comes. It is a npm. I think it is a npm now. It is a npm.psn file. So npm, the type is PowerShell file. That file creates the problem. So we need to delete that file. Then if you start the same command again, you are good to go with this folder structure. Okay. So now I am assuming we all are at the same step. That is the first. And again, one more recap. We also have get to know about Node.js. So what is the meaning of Node.js? Node.js is something with the help of that we can run a JavaScript outside the browser. Okay. Next step is that once you run this command, the next step is that we need to go inside the first. We need to go inside the first folder. Now, what does it mean? So if I click on a new terminal, see if you click on the button, you will get a new terminal, right? Now, once you open this part, yeah, if you see the path here, in my case, it is taking half. If you see that path here, see user Atul desktop workshop, right? So currently I am inside the workshop folder, but I need to go inside the first folder. Okay, I need to go inside the first folder. But there are
CD.
two ways. One is cd command, but I will say don't use cd command. Why? See, if you use cd command, if you go inside cd, like it's fine. Now we are inside the first folder. But in some case, if you open the new terminal, the path will again change. And sometime in the hurry, a mistake was happen, and there can be an issue. So to solve this problem, what I will suggest, click on the file, open the folder, directly open the React folder. So double click on a workshop, double click first, and this one you can open it. So by doing so, now what will happen? You will be at the exact or correct path. Okay. So guys, do this part now. First, so if you see, if you want to close verify whether you are in the right path or not, simply open your terminal and you can see in the terminal whether we are inside the first or not.
Yes.
First is the React application name. It can be anything. Okay. So now
Excuse me.
till this part we all understand. Yes.
Can
Yes.
I have a doubt. Why this npm create VIT at latest? Why this command is using?
So see, as I mentioned, I have taken the example of this control C, right? So see, to answer this question, if I ask you why we are using control C command to copy.
Once again.
I mean, see, we don't have a, so we don't have a specific answer for this part. Like why the control C command is there for copy, the control V command is there for a paste. So in the same way, whoever built this thing, na, so they have set up this command. So we are
For
following the
what?
instruction of a developer to build the React basic folder structure.
Okay.
Okay. So in if you ask me like what is the summary of this part, so whenever someone want to build something with the help of a React, whenever someone want to build a project using the React, the first step is that get a basic folder structure, and that he will get with the help of this command.
Okay. Thank you so much. I got it.
So by running this command, we have set up our basic folder structure. Now the next part is that we will run the command npm install. Okay, the next command is npm install. Why? I will explain. First of all, run this command. Write npm install, press the enter, and then wait for a 1 minute. I think it will be. See, you will find a new folder in the left side. That is a node module. Once you run this command, if you have a good internet, if you have a good PC, so it will execute very fastly. The folder name is node module. You will get a folder name as node module.
But the packages are looking for funding.
That you can ignore that part.
Okay, found 0 vulnerabilities. I think done. Node module is done.
Okay.
Left side.
So what is the meaning of it? I will explain. Okay, it is still installing. Okay, in my case, it will take some time. Okay, so in the meantime, let me start this. The second part, ki what is the main meaning of npm install? So now, once we install the React application, the second discussion comes. What is the meaning of all these things? Whatever you see right now in your screen, the left side, what is the meaning of it? The first part, that is a package.json file. Okay, let's start from this package.json file. So if you click package.json file, and if you see here, there is a one object. I hope you all know the meaning of object. Object is kind of a way where we can store our data in a key value form. So it has a multiple keys, right? And in the same way, if you see, they have one key, that is a script. One more key is there, dependencies. One more key is there, dev dependencies. Now, if I expand dependencies again, you will see there we have a two names are there. React name, in front of it, it has the version number. React DOM, it's version number. So right now in our code, right now in this code, we are using a React 19. Okay, React 19 version we are using. Now, what is a meaning of dependencies? See, dependencies are the supporting files. Dependencies means a supporting files that are required to run the React application. Okay, so all these entire files, or you can say to run this entire React application, we have two supporting files, that is a React and React DOM, and their version number is 19. So in terms of a questions, see, I will discuss some interview question also. So in the interview, there is a very common question they used to ask: what is the meaning of package.json file? So we'll convey package.json file contains all the supporting files, yeah, all the information about the required files or required packages. So here by seeing this entire file, what someone can say, in this code, I need two packages. One is a React, one is a React DOM. As I mentioned, packages are nothing. You can say it is again a code files that is combined together to fulfill to give you one functionality or one purpose. Okay. Now, once this part is clear, we'll discuss the remaining part also. First of all, that this part should be clear. Now, second is a node module. Now, what is the meaning of node module? Node module contain all the extra files, all the supporting files of these packages. Now, let me take a small example here to make it more clear to you guys. See, in your school time, if you remember, in our school time, we have the notebooks and we used to maintain the index paper, like first page. Or in a books also, there's an index page. So in an index page, we have the information chapter 1 from page number 10 to 40, chapter number 2 from 40 to 50. So by thinking from this example, you can think this package.json file is a kind of an index page, which will help you to understand, okay, in this entire application, I need two packages and they have the version number. This is the version number I need for these packages. And their supporting files. Their supporting files are present inside the node module. In the same way, one small example. Suppose I want to install one package that is a Bootstrap. Bootstrap can be used as a package also. So Bootstrap, as I mentioned, what is the meaning of packages? Packages are nothing like it is a like wrapping up of all the files and giving you one purpose, giving you one functionality. Now, in the same way, we have a package known as Bootstrap. If I install it, now you can observe once, see, to install any package, command is very simple. npm I means install and the name of the package. So once I run this command, you can find the information will come under the dependencies. We'll see now. Okay. So if you see right now here, Bootstrap is also installed. Now, whatever package we install, whatever package is required in our React application, that will be stored here. Their information will be stored here. So by seeing this, I can mention in this project, Bootstrap is used and the version number is 5. And their supporting files is inside the node module. So if you want to check now, if I click on node module, if I press the B, and if you scroll down, see here we have a Bootstrap. If I click on the Bootstrap, it has all the files are there. SCSS, then we have all this JS and DST files, CSS. Is it clear, guys, the meaning of package.json file and the node module folder? Just let me know in the chat.
Yes. And can I install this Bootstrap also, right?
You can install for your just to check it, just install this part.
It's
For example purpose, yes, npm space I space Bootstrap.
Okay.
Atul, I have one doubt. How we can check what all packages do we have, and what would be the purpose? Like from experience, you know it, but as a like if we're starting off, then how to know that information?
Okay, fine. So let me take one example. See, when I join a company, if I join a company, now companies, there are three types of companies are there. One is a startup company, one is a big company, big stable MNC company. So the big stable MNC company, you have a proper structure. You have like so many ways are there. Some senior developers are there. They will guide you how to install. But assume we are entering the startup company. Startup company will simply give you the GitHub link, and they will simply say download the code. Right now,
Okay.
I'm showing you an example because I have worked with one of the startups. So I have the code also. Let me open the folder and let me open the package or JSON file also, so that you will understand how things work.
Okay.
My system is slow. Wait. No. So they have given the. I don't know whether you know about GitHub or not. Okay, so GitHub is a platform where we can store the code and we can take the code from there. In a simple term, for a non-technical people, it is a virtual space, right? Specifically for the coding people. Okay, it has a proper meaning, different meaning is there, but I'm giving a short summary. In a GitHub, our code will be saved. Now, if I open this code, for example, and this is the entire code, and let's say front-end code, and you can see in this code, we will find one file that is a package.json file. This is a package.json file, right? Double
Right.
click on this. Let me open this file, and by seeing the package.json file, I will get the idea. Okay, this is the packages that is installed in this current application. Is it open? Yeah. So if you see, I have opened a package.json file of some real-time project, and you can see in the dependencies, it has multiple packages, right? If someone aware about the Stripe is a payment package. You can integrate the payment thing, the card payment, right, with the help of a Stripe. In the same way, if you see LinkedIn login authentication, I think with the help of this package, Facebook login, with the help of this package, we can integrate the Facebook and the LinkedIn login system. So as I mentioned, packages are nothing. It is a bundle. Like it is giving some features to us. So as a developer, instead of implementing it every time, what we have done, we have wrap up them in form of packages, and we are placing them in a common place. Now anyone can install it and use it in the current code.
Right, right, Atul. But how to know, like, for example, you mentioned Stripe, so this is for
Mhm,
payment, or LinkedIn,
mhm.
Facebook, this is for
Correct.
SSO login authorization
Mhm.
function. But how to understand like what package is having what purpose? I mean, from a JSON file, we will understand that okay, what all feature that application is having, but individual package, what does that mean? So how
Correct.
to
Correct.
understand
Correct.
that?
Mhm.
Or
So let me.
or is
Mhm.
it like Google or ChatGPT if I want to implement some functionality in my application?
Okay. Hmm. See, no, let me share my experience in this context. Depending upon company to company, things can be changed. See, when you are entering as a fresher, you are not allowed to install any package. You can't install any package without discussion. So when we have a stand-up call, see, suppose some functionality is given. I'm taking my example. In one of a company, they have given me the feature. There is a product. When someone click on the product, they can open it, they can zoom in, they can rotate it. So I need to implement this feature. Okay. So
Okay.
again, so for that part, what I did, I simply search for the packages. Okay, what kind of packages are there? With the help of that, I can get this feature automatically. Okay, zoom in, zoom out, rotate of the image. So before installing and using that, what I have done, I have discussed with my senior developer. Okay, they will give approval to you. Okay, Atul, you can try any package, just give a try and then let me know which one is working, and then we will discuss, right?
Okay.
Second way is that as a senior developer will guide you. Okay, Atul, these are three packages I have figured out. This is the documentation. Go through it and use all these three one by one and let me know which one is working, right? And the third one, where the companies are telling don't use any packages. Why? See, packages are the free thing. Ultimately, packages are the free thing. And in the big application, they're telling not to use packages because there might be a chance in future your product become very famous and giving a good revenue. And you have used one package, right? But what happens instantly? They will make the package paid. They will say, okay, this package is now paid. You have to pay the charges every month. The application have used the package in such a way that without that package, your entire application can't work. So in that scenario, what companies tell you, don't use the free packages, make your own package, build the code from your own. So these are the scenarios in context of packages.
Right, right, Atul. Okay.
Clear,
Okay.
Venkat? Its point is
Okay.
clear. Okay, but
Yeah,
as per my advice, never install any package without discussing, because if you install any package, there might be a chance it create a trouble with the entire code.
right, right.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So any other I think the meeting is being recording, so will we access to recording video at the end of the yes. As Jagdish mentioned, it will be upload on the YouTube, so you will get the link of a YouTube after the discussion. Okay. So yes, now we all get the idea about the package.json file and the meaning of node module. In simple, package.json file give me the idea about what are all the required packages to execute to run the entire React application. Along with that, node module contain all these packages support files. Okay. Okay. Now let's start the application. So to start the application, the first rule, you should have the right path. Okay, you should have a right path. When I say right path means I should be inside my React folder. If you see, I am inside the React folder. Now the command is npm run dev. This is the command, guys, you can run npm space run space dev. Once you enter, you have to wait. Your React application will execute. Just run this command. Let me share the command in the chat also.
The local HT local is first.
Yeah, so you will find this kind of a text will come in your terminal. You have to simply click on it, follow the link, and it will open this in the browser. So guys, if you all are getting the same UI in a
Yes.
browser, just let me know in the chat. So we have around 20 members. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Done. Fine. One more point. See, in between, if I'm left out, yes, if I'm not available, there might be a chance there's a connection issue. So don't leave the session. So yes, everyone says everything is fine, okay, all working. Now we are seeing some kind of a like design, some kind of a text is coming on a screen, but how it is possible? Let's start discussing now. So in the React folder structure, we all get the idea about what is the meaning of package.json file and what is the meaning of node module. Now in the package.json file, there is a one more small information, something known as script. Script, see the way it has a meaning in the English, same way here we have a meaning. So we, if you see dev is there, see when we run the command npm run dev, ultimately what I am telling, run the script that is a white. See, you can run the command npm run white, or you can say npm run dev, both are equivalent. Writing npm run dev, you are telling run this script, run this part. In the same way we have multiple like script. In the same way we have a build. So if you run npm run build, so internally this command will be executed. Okay, so I'm telling you the meaning of script. What is the meaning of a script? So it can contain multiple script. So sometimes what happened, to make it more readable, to make it similar with the other code files, people write their own script, right? Suppose I can write in this way also. Say Atul. Now here I made a script, name is Atul, which ultimately execute white. Okay, so that is the meaning of a script. Let's remove it and let's go back now. Now let's come back to the index.html file. See, index.html file is the HTML file for our application. And as we all know the HTML part, so we have the head part, we have the body part. Now inside the body, if you see, we have one div, right? And having the ID root. We have a div having the ID root. Before moving forward, guys, how many of you know about JavaScript DOM manipulation, document object model? Anyone? JavaScript document object model. Yes, okay. No, someone says no. Yes, no, okay, no. So JavaScript DOM, like normally it is not required here, but if someone knows, for them it become very easy to understand. Let me give a rough idea. What is the meaning of a DOM? With the help of JavaScript DOM, we can manipulate HTML and CSS. I'm again repeating, by using a JavaScript only, you can manipulate, you can update your HTML or CSS code. And we can achieve that with the help of DOM manipulation. They are giving some kind of predefined methods. They're giving some type of syntax. By using them, we can manipulate HTML and CSS. Okay. So let's see now if this part is clear. But remember this line in the further discussion. It has one div, that is a division, and having the ID root. Okay. Now, when someone start React.js, they will tell as a beginner, your entire focus should be inside the SRC folder. This SRC folder is the main focus in the React application. Whatever we will do, whatever code we'll write, we'll always write inside the SRC folder. Okay, so SRC folder, you can say it is a starting step for us. Now, in this, if you see, we have 4 files, 2 CSS, right, and 2 JSX files. Right now, you can assume .js and .jsx both are same. Okay, for a time being, assume .js or .jsx is a same. I will explain the meaning on this part. We have a difference also, but again, in the beginning, make a thing simple. Assume both are same. Now, can I see this part now? We have a 2 JS file and 2 CSS file. Now, I will go in a CSS file, Control A, remove it, save it. In the same way, app.css, go there, Control A, remove it. Now here I have removed the default code, means default styling I have removed. In the same way, I'm going to the app.jsx file. That is the first file that we have to write the code. Now, again, if you see in this code, if you are able to remember the HTML code, see, minimize this div part, minimize this div, minimize div, minimize this p, and one thing, remove this entire code, and write a simple heading here. For example, I am writing my name. In the same way, guys, you can write your own name, save it, Control S, and then go in the browser and see whether your name is coming or not. Okay, let me again recap what I have done. I simply first remove the basic styling, that is the app.css file and index.css file. I remove the basic styling, that is the default style. Then I go in the app.jsx file, whatever code it contains, I minimize that part so that to avoid the mistake. In the return part, if you see, this is the one, I remove all the parent tags. I simply select all of them, remove it, and now I write my heading, and I'm writing my name here. In the same way, guys, you can do this part, and once it is complete, go in the browser, check it, and let me know whether you're getting it or not.
Can you show me the code once?
If someone have a doubt, some issues, just let me know. And guys, after 15 minutes, we will take a small break also. Okay, so don't leave in between. We first set up the basic code, then we have a small break in between, then we'll again start.
I have one question.
Yes,
Atul.
yes.
So in line number 16 and line number 13, there is semicolon, right?
Mhm.
Previously, I don't have this semicolon. In my code, I don't have, but your code have semicolons.
See, you can avoid this part. In JavaScript, we know this part, which semicolon is not compulsory.
It's not
But yes, it is there.
okay.
You can avoid that thing also. See, in my code, now there is a one extension installed. Mistakenly, I install one extension, and because of that, now see, because of that, this semicolon comes the moment I save the code, it comes automatically.
Okay. But it's not mandatory,
And
right?
it's not mandatory. And if you see in my code, some red lines are coming. It is
Yes.
again because of that extension. Because I'm
Yes.
not using them, they are showing a red line.
Yes, got it.
So in the chat, guys, let's confirm ki yes, you are good to go. You have write this code and everything is working fine. Done. Renuka says done. Okay, done. Fine. Perfect. Okay. So I think maximum people are able to get the same kind of a thing. Okay, fine. Uh, this default, this line number 7, I'm removing it. It is not required. Right now, it is not required. We can also remove the same thing. Okay. Now let's discuss some terms are there in the React JS that we need to understand. Okay. See, when React come in a discussion, so React is built with the help of class and with the help of function. There are two ways with the help of that we can build the React application. One is a class and one is a function. Now here a term known as components. There's a one term that is known as component. Now what is a component? I will explain. Let's take a simple example. When you want to build a simple application. So normally with the help of HTML, CSS, what you used to do, you used to make a same code, a single file that is a .html file. You will make a navigation bar. You will write the sections. You will write the footer. You will write the entire code in a single file. Correct? But what React.js is telling, instead of writing the entire code in a single file, break it in multiple parts. Okay, break in multiple parts. And that is what known as component. The each and every file is now breaking. We are breaking the entire files in multiple parts, and we are telling them it is a component. I will take the example also. So for example, if you go back in the code file, this app right now, it is a component. Every JSX file is known as component here. So when we say component, now there comes one more discussion. How we can make components? We can make components with the help of function that we are using right now and with the help of class also. Okay, class. Although in the recent update, in the recent discussion of a React, people are telling ki don't use class component now. It is outdated. We can achieve everything with the help of functional component. Okay. If there's a time, I will show you that part also, how to make a component with the help of class. But we will do the entire thing in the function component only, right? Now there's a one interview question they used to ask, what is the difference between the functional component and the class component? I will explain this part at the end of our discussion, but right now assume this thing ki we are building the entire application with the help of functional component. Now when I say component, now by seeing the component, if you see the screen now, we say there are two parts in this. What are the two part? One that is the return part. Okay, one outside the return part. Now in your mind, what you can remember a few points. If you want to write the HTML code, you will write inside the return. If you want to write a JavaScript code, you will write outside the return. Okay. See, ultimately it is a JavaScript file. As I mentioned, for a timing, assume JSX is same as JS, right? So here this entire code is a JavaScript file. Now there can be a question ki Atul, fine, if it is JavaScript file, but how come you're writing the HTML code? We have never seen in the JavaScript file someone is writing the HTML code. Now here comes the concept of JSX, or you can say Babel. Okay. Now what is the meaning of it? See, Babel is a inbuilt compiler in the React.js. Means Babel is a tool with the help of that our HTML code is converting into JavaScript. As I mentioned in the beginning, developers are the laziest person. So if you write the code with the help of JavaScript, the same code become very lengthier. So what they have done, they have figured out something. Okay, what we'll do, we'll write the HTML code, right? This entire code will convert into JavaScript automatically, internally, with the help of Babel. And because we are using the HTML code inside the JavaScript file, that is the reason it is known as .jsx. Okay, because we are using a JSX here. Ability, or you can say the way of writing the HTML code inside the JSX file, it is a JSX. This entire part is known as JSX. And to differentiate a normal JS file with the component JS file, see, I can make a sample.js file. It is acceptable, no error is there. But in a sample.js file, I can't write the component code. Okay, because component contains HTML code, which means it contains the JSX code. So if we want to make a new component, I will make a name. Let's say I'm giving a name header.jsx, which will indicate that this is a component. Okay, so the meaning of Babel is clear. Now let me show you the example also, why it is so much important, why, like, how it is helping to a developer. So if in a browser, if you search a Babel, again, it is an interview question. What do you mean by Babel? What do you mean by JSX? So Babel is a compiler which convert JSX code into, which convert the HTML code into JavaScript code. See, ultimately, when we run the command, what is happening? When we run the command, the entire code, when we say npm run dev, our React application will start. So ultimately, the entire code is run on the browser. In the browser, what we have? In our browser, we have a JavaScript engine. What is the name of JavaScript engine? It is a V8, right? So JavaScript engine only understands JavaScript code. Okay. So if you run the entire code, the code will go to JavaScript engine. Our JavaScript engine will not understand this. So in between, we have a compiler, that is a Babel, which will convert this entire HTML code into the JavaScript code, so that my JavaScript engine understand this entire HTML code. Now for the example, let me show you how the code convert into JavaScript code. This is the Babel official platform. If I click on try it out, okay. Now we'll go back in the code. Let me, this is the entire code I will take. Pick the entire code, go back in the browser. If I paste it here, see, this is the HTML code, and that this one is the JavaScript code. Okay. So again, think from this part, as a developer, to write this kind of a code is difficult. It's very lengthy, right? So that is the reason Babel comes in the picture. Now we are freely, we are like with a relaxed mind, we write the HTML code, and this part is taken care by the Babel. Okay, I hope this part is clear, guys. So just now we have discussed the concept of Babel, what is a JSX, how my code is able to read this HTML code, even though it is a JavaScript file. Is this part clear? Yes, yes, okay. Perfect, okay, fine. Right. And if anyone of you as a fresher is there, guys, this is a very important question in React JS. What is Babel? What is JSX? Okay. So now let's move to the next part. Now I am writing a simple application here. Okay, so just see. Let me say here I'm writing okay a name only. Then we can write heading 2. Here what we can write, currently I'm in Hyderabad in India, so okay. And what else, save it, go back. Okay, now in the same way I'm adding the image also, image src. See, all these are HTML code only, so I am assuming you all are aware about this part. Now how to add the image. Now, see, for a few minutes now, what we will do, I will add a basic code that is a kind of a, you can say a portfolio, basic portfolio, simple introduction. I will show you how you can deploy the code, and then we will take, right? You all have to deploy the code also along with me if someone is interested. I will guide you how you can deploy your React code in some free tool. And I will show you how you can use ChatGPT here also, okay, to make your code look more better. Now, see, this is an okay. One more thing we can do, guys. One more cool thing we'll do with the help of ChatGPT. I will show that part. So this is the basic code, right? Although we can integrate the AI things in our VS code also, but we will do that part in tomorrow's session. Now, suppose I have built this entire code, a basic code, right? And if someone think this is nothing complex, by it's same HTML code, nothing else, right? Now I will take one image. So image, you can take any image. So to add the image, what we have to do, for example, in my case, I'm taking this image, very common image. Okay, this image I will take, copy the image and place it in your React application. Okay, guys, you can do it now along with me. Just copy your image, whatever image you want. It can be any animation also, right? So if you go, okay, I have taken it, open the workshop, and now download. Oops, push it. It is first one, no? Yes, fine. First, and place the image in the public folder. Okay, place the image in the public folder. If you place the image in the public folder, then you have to go back in the VS Code. So in the public folder, I have placed my image. Now you have to simply write the name img dot. So I think it is a JPG. So I'm writing here JPG. Save it. You go back in the browser. If you see, in my case, my image is coming. Okay, I have taken a random image. So guys, do this part, like complete this part, a simple image, a simple intro about yourself, a heading, your profile, a fresher, aspiring developer, and a location. Simply write this for information. Once it is complete, just let me know. If someone need help, just let me know on this part. If someone need any help, if it is not working, please let me know. I will guide you how to make it complete. And for the image to execute, you need to place the image inside the public folder.
We don't need to specify the paths in the source because I don't see my images.
Hello, can you again repeat?
Yeah, actually, I am asking. We don't need to specify the path. You just given only for the image.jpg.
That is the beauty of this white application. So if you place the image in the public folder, in that case, it is not required. But if you place the image somewhere else, suppose if I place the image in the SRC folder, let's take an example on this part. So now my image is inside the SRC folder. So in that case, I need to import the image. Okay, so how to import the image? We have to write this command import, then give any name. So I am giving name logo. Then I have to give the path here. So it is placed in the same location of the SRC. So I'm telling the name here img dot jpg. So once you do in that way, then you have to write curly brace and the name of this part. Okay, but again, it's a very lengthy process. So that's why developer are not using it now. In the previous version, that is a NPX, older version,
Yeah.
we need to write in this way only. But now it's become very easy. We simply have to place the image in the public folder and directly we can use the name.
Good. Thank you.
We can fix this image, or we can upload this image to the server.
Yes, we can place the image in the public folder, directly use the name, or we can place in the SRC assets. But in that case, we have to import it.
Yeah, I
So better
understand.
to place in.
That one I understand, but the image is right now is showing very big in the browser. So in
yes, we can
CSS
we can use the inline styling here. We can write here 100. Say save it to work.
or we can write it in a CSS also, right?
Yes, we can write in the app dot. Yes, here also we can write by giving any class name.
Okay, class name.
Yes. To give a styling, like if you ask me, we don't have a class here. We have a class name. We don't have an ID concept. We only have a class concept here. We can give any class name. Suppose I'm giving a name here, a profile. I will go in the app.css file. I'm writing here dot profile.
Okay.
And we can give anything. Suppose I'm giving here background color, let's say red. Save it. Okay, so I think it is not working. And background will not work, I think so. We have to give some different property. Let me give a border property, border. Yes. Yeah. Just gives us simple information. Once it is complete, let me know. Then now we'll take a help of ChatGPT here now. I will show you how ChatGPT will make these things very awesome.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Actually, I missed the first part. Can you just say how what are the first steps to create this solution? First, install the Node.js. Then, what was that to get this solution in Visual Studio Code? I have Visual Studio Code in my system. I install Node.js also. Then, what else I need to do? I have to create.
So in that case, now, yes. Now you can open the new folder, right? And once you open the new folder, in the VS Code, open the VS Code. In the VS Code, if you go in the file, there's the option of open the folder. Select any folder. You can create new one also. Then you have to open the terminal. So you can open terminal like in the top part. Terminal is there. Okay. Then you can run the command. There's a command that we have shared in the chat also. So the command name, I will share it again in the chat. Wait. It's npm create white @latest. So with this command, what will happen? You will get some option where you have to give the name of your application. So give the name first. Okay, don't give a space. Your name first, and then it will ask about which library you want. You can click on. You can select React using the arrow button, then JavaScript. You will get some options there, so you will get to know easily. And once you do all this part, then you will get the same kind of folder.
Okay.
So once do that part, once it is complete, let me know. This is one more step after that.
Okay. After this creating the folder first, then how we can do select this React JavaScript?
So when you run the command of this, now you will get all this option. On the command, they will ask about the name of application, your first, then they will ask you which one you choose. So then there you can choose the React part. After that, JavaScript.
Okay. Thank you.
So once it is complete, just let me know once it is complete so that we can move forward.
Yeah, can you show me that CSS app.css? Okay, border.
So guys, if you have done this part, just let me know.
Done.
Done. Okay, done. Okay. So guys, you all have this ChatGPT login, na? Like you already using a ChatGPT. I'm assuming that part.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So nowadays, people are not using a CSS from their own. They are taking the help of a ChatGPT or AI tools, right? So let's take one example how we can use it. And I am assuming you all have your own resume. Like you all have a resume, right? Everyone has their own resume right now in
Yes.
the system. Fine. So we'll do one thing. Let's do one part. Take this entire code, this app.js file, right? And open a ChatGPT. So guys, you all can open a ChatGPT and also open your resume. I will also open that part. Now what we will do, let's see. So my resume is a download folder. So guys, if you have a resume, it's fine. If you doesn't have this part, leave it. So if you have a resume, also you can open your resume, right? Open a ChatGPT also. Once both are ready, I will show you what is our plan to execute. Okay. So first of all, explain your ChatGPT about yourself, ki what you are building. See, normally in the market, there is something known as prompt, like,
Yeah.
learning the prompt thing. So as per my experience, what I figure out, see, prompt will help you to generate the things more precisely, but it is not that much important. See, whatever you need, you can simply give the information and you will get the answer. Now, what we will do, we will ask for ChatGPT, "Okay, this is my resume, this is my profile. Accordingly, make my home page, make my profile page in the app.js component." right? So for that, now what I will do, I will copy this entire code. Simply copy it. Let's see how it works. In your case also, guys, whatever like resume, whatever you have, simply copy it. You have to paste it here. But before that, convey the ChatGPT what we are building it, right? I want to build my portfolio web page using React, right? First step. And here is my uh, resume. Here is my details, and you can place it the entire information here. In the beginning, write these two information. I want to build my portfolio web page, okay, using a React.js, and then here is my details. After that, provide all your information. Simply copy and paste from your resume. Copy it and paste it here. Then don't press the enter. Press Shift Enter to go to the next line. Okay, Shift Enter to go to the next line, and now here will convey generate components with uh, using then the component using CSS for styling. Now, what is my intention? What is my plan? I want to get a simple home page which can convey all my information about my resume, right? So we'll press the enter now here. Click on this button. Let's see what kind of a design they will build. And tomorrow I will show you one more thing. This is one like normally company used to give a task to you, right? So I will
Can you
show
show me?
you how just yes, Shiva. Are you
Can
asking
you
something?
Can you show me the prompt
So
or
prompt
copy?
me
Just copy the
prompt me
prompt.
simply yes. What we convey ki I want to build my portfolio web page using a React, and here is the detail. After that, I simply taken a entire information from my resume. So this is the one. After that, I simply place the things from my resume, copy and paste, and at the last, we are telling okay, do a design part using a CSS, not any framework, any tool. Simple use CSS. Yes, complete.
Yeah, and I got like yes, I got too much code, I think. Yes.
Then it is fine. If you're getting a code, it's fine. We'll discuss that part also, what is all about. So in my case, see, I am getting the entire code. I'm getting two files. One is containing a CSS and one is containing the JavaScript code. In your case, I hope so you're getting the same kind of a code. Two files will be there, I think so.
Yes.
Okay. See, if anyone have a doubt, please let me know. Okay, don't be in a backside. If someone have a doubt, please discuss with me. So they are telling here's a React component. As I mentioned, I want a component, right? Now here, let's see, as I mentioned in the previous discussion, entire React contains multiple components. Right now we have this app component, correct? In the
Yeah.
same way, I can build multiple components. It can be anything. We can give any name here. As per my ChatGPT code, what they have tell create the component, give a name portfolio. If I check my code again, if you see the name is portfolio, right? So remember one rule, whenever you build a component, right, your file name should be start from the capital letter, okay, and it should be same as the function name. I'm again repeating, whenever you create a component, to create the component, there is a rule. What is the rule? the file name should be start with the capital letter. And now inside this component, I will write the code. See, normally if I don't write the ChatGPT code, my second step is that write the same name of function. Write the same name of function. Okay, so this file name and function name should be same, and then function. And now we can say our component is ready, right? There might be a chance I did the mistake. Yes. Oh shit. See, in my case, if you observe, guys, I have defined the wrong, like spelling. There's a spelling mistake in this part, right? So don't rename it. See, if you do the spelling mistake, don't rename it. Better to delete it first and then make a new file. Okay. Otherwise, there will be issues in the further code. So if you again go back and check, so suppose I want to make the same name of my file, right? So I am making a new file here. I'm again telling guys, we are following the React rules, which means I am creating a new component, a new file, and its name should be same as function name, right? Once it is done, now what I will do, I will take this entire code, copy the entire code, go back and place it here. And it's simply copy and paste. Whatever code is there, simply copy and paste, but don't forget to make the file name same as this function name. Whatever function name is coming in your chat GPT, don't do the mistake in the spelling. It should be same. Once it is done, the next step is that, see, if you observe, they are telling import portfolio.css, right? So we don't have this file. So there are two options. Either we can make a new file or remove this part. We'll remove that style file. In your component, that CSS file, what is the meaning of it? They are telling they're taking the code from the portfolio.css file. But what we will do, we'll go to the CSS part, take the entire code, copy it, and place it inside the app.css file. Save it. Okay, someone have a doubt? Okay. Now do for a styling file also in your component. If you have a different CSS file name, remove it. Next part is that whatever CSS file you have from a chat GPT, copy it and place in the app.css file.
In app.css file, we have
Correct.
like 3 lines of code, right? So can I remove
that you can remove it? Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Atul, can you please repeat? I lost you. What to do for styling?
So styling, if you observe, ChatGPT have generated the code where they are telling to take the styling from the portfolio.css file, right? So we can do this part also. We can make a new file. But what I am telling, okay, we will not create a new file. What we will do, whatever CSS file we have, whatever code is there, this entire code you can copy, you can place in the app.css file and remove this import command from your code if you have. If you have, you can remove it.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, next.
The first
Once it is
file,
done, yes.
the first file portfolio.jsx is the completing. We have to paste it in app.jsx, right?
No. See this portfolio wala code. We need to create a new component, a new file.
Yeah.
The name should be same. Name should be same. It should be capital. The first letter should be capital, and then you can place the entire code there.
Okay. Thank you.
And after pasting these two files, but I didn't see any like
Changes.
issue in the website.
Yes. We'll discuss that now. Okay. I hope everyone have completed this part. Right. See, as we discussed in a React, we have a component structure. Okay. Code is break into multiple parts. We simply break the entire code in multiple parts. Okay. So if we are breaking the code in multiple parts, there should be something to combine them, to again combine them in a single place. Now here something known as export. If you see it line number 124, we are exporting a component that is a portfolio. So exporting means we are telling our code that this code is now exported throughout the code. Now anyone who want to use it, they can import it. Now I want to import it inside the app.jsx file. Whatever code we have write, you can remove it now because you have write all your code in a separate component that is a portfolio. Now see, simply write here arrow, write the few words of component. It will come in suggestion. In my case, portfolio, if you see in the top, there's a no white color. What is the meaning of white color? If you see now, white dot is coming, means the code is not saved. If you press the control S, the code is saved. After that, you can go inside this part, write few words, press the enter. See here, you click on it, use the arrow button, press the enter. It will automatically import and then self close it. So here what I have done, I have simply import the code inside the app.js file because app.js file will execute first. So after app.js file, what I want to execute my portfolio component. So it is like a chain. First app component execute, from the app, it will go inside the portfolio, and inside the portfolio, I have the entire code. Is it clear now?
Yes, everything is clear. And what is the command or how to write the enter code in the commit mode comments, like double quotations, right? Or multiple lines. I have to write multiple lines of comment.
No.
No. I have some code
Which
which I
code
want
you
to. Hello.
have? Yes, you have some code which you want.
I want to be a comment on the that code. Enter code I want to comment.
As a command, so you
Yeah.
can select and
Okay.
control
Slash.
control
Okay.
forward slash.
Okay.
So guys, I hope you have completed this part. See, if anyone is facing a difficulty, any error is there, let me know. If you see in my case, in my browser, I am able to see a simple and sweet code. If you see it's coming, a simple portfolio website is there now. Anyone have complete? Can you share your screen? Guys, just share your screens. Let me know how's it looking now. If anyone have complete your
Yes,
portfolio page.
I can share my screen.
Very simple, yeah, perfect.
Can you see my
Scroll
screen?
down. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
then
it's
I
looking good,
see.
yeah, it's looking good. Nice. Do one thing. Okay. Again, you can share the screen, Arun.
Okay, I will share mine.
Now we'll check how it looks in the phone. Can you check the responsive behavior also? Right click,
Right click, yes,
inspect,
inspect.
and there is one button also in the top. Now you can see
Sir,
the second icon is there.
1 minute, I did that. I have to. Yes,
In the top, you can see second icon is there in the top.
this one.
Second, yes, click on this part.
Toggled. Okay.
Click on it. Okay, now we can see in the phone how it's looking. Okay, fine. It's fine. Yes, Arul, it's looking good here. Now I will discuss you how we can deploy the code.
Thank you. Let me stop presenting.
Anyone else who want to show your screen, share your screen?
Can I share my screen?
Yes, Lalita.
Just a minute.
Renuka, what about you? Is it complete?
I got different files. So it doesn't give me any output, so I'm checking.
Any error is there? Yes, Lalita is good. It's good. We're good to go.
Okay.
Nice. Anyone else who want to share if it is complete? You can try to ask ChatGPT to make some like more design, more colorful, responsive, some kind of animation. Do it after after the session. Now I will show you how we can deploy the code. Okay, let's see how we can deploy the code now, right? If anyone have a doubt in this part, please let me know. If someone is facing a difficulty, then error is there. No, yes. Okay. So do one thing now. Click on the terminal. Okay, click on a terminal. Open a terminal. Click on the plus button. Click on the plus button. Now you will see the new terminal will be open. When you click on the plus button, new terminal will be open. Don't close the previous one because on that terminal our React application is running. Here run the command npm run build. I will run the command build. The
Sorry,
command
Atul.
means
I think your
Uh,
screen is not coming.
okay. Sorry. Wait. Let me again open it. Yes. So what I have done, I simply open the new terminal by using this plus button. And now I am running a command npm run build. So once you run the command, this command, what it will do, it will simply wrap up the entire code and generate one folder. In the same first folder, you will find there will be one folder. Let's wait for it. So whoever get the entire code, whoever get the proper code, proper design, they can run this command. Once you run this command, in the left side, you will get a folder name. I think it is a build folder. Something is there.
I got the district.
This folder, yes.
Yes.
So this folder contains, you can say all our code, or you can say a summary of our code. Now we will use this folder to deploy the code. Now to deploy the code, there is a very good platform. The platform name is
GitHub.
Netlify. See, GitHub is there, but Netlify is there to deploy
Yeah,
the responsive website also. In GitHub also we can deploy. So let's see the Netlify first. if someone doesn't have an account on this platform, guys, make your account using a GitHub. Okay. When you do a sign up now, do a sign up and make an account using a GitHub, because if you try to do with the Gmail or some other account, it will create the problem. So in my case, I already have an account, so I will use Netlify. Let me show the steps to you how you can deploy your React code. And deployment have a 2-3 ways. Right now, because our code is static code, we are deploying it manually. There is some process. We can deploy the code in the GitHub, sorry, in the Netlify using a GitHub. Okay, I'm again repeating, there is a one more way. First, you will deploy your code in a GitHub. Then from the GitHub, you will take the code in the Netlify.
Yes.
That is a different way. Right, discussing a very simple one. This is the page you will get when you want to create the account on this platform. I'm telling use a sign up with the GitHub. I already have an account, so I will log in now. So click on this login. Yes.
Sorry, Atul. How it is different from GitHub, or what would be the advantage of using Netlify over GitHub?
GitHub, see, GitHub doesn't have a purpose of deployment only. GitHub is more about that. I think GitHub is the place where multiple people can work together, right? But
Okay, yeah.
Netlify is properly a place, you can say, is providing a free server to you where you can deploy the code, where we can host, you can say, hosting platform.
Okay, okay.
And then GitHub, one more part, GitHub you can't like GitHub if you have a dynamic websites, where we have a user interface, you can't deploy that part in the GitHub. Only static website we can deploy on the GitHub. As per my idea. But Netlify you can deploy anything.
Actually,
Okay.
I think deploy is not the right word. Sorry for this part. Deploy is not the right word. I think host. Okay. So once you open this page, see, in my case, because I already have used it, I have a different user interface. Not sharing a screen. Only share. Doesn't GitHub page works for that? See, in this case it works. In this case, because the code is page static, it works. But again, I'm trying to show you the new things, right? So the Netlify is again a new thing. Maximum people are using it for a deployment. So once you open this page, you will find somewhere key add new site. In my case, because I have multiple times, I have a different UI. In your case, you will scroll down, you will find one box kind of a thing. You will see somewhere there's an option of add new site.
Yes.
Now, once you click on this part, there's a deploy manually. Click on deploy manually. Now here I can drag and drop the folder, or I can simply browse my folder. So if I browse it in the desktop, it is there, right? So curriculum docs, workshop. First, click this folder, upload it, upload. And once you upload, it will take, I think, few seconds to get the live link.
Open production deploy.
I mainly use Netlify or Vercel for, yes, correct.
And can you zoom out a little bit from your screen? I think it is too zoom out, I think.
See, once you do this partner, there's something known as site overview, site configuration. First of all, I will click on site configuration because I want to change the name of it. So by default, it gives some different name. So you can change the name of it. Scroll down. You can simply say change site name, and here you can give your own name. I'm giving a name Atul Sharma portfolio. Whatever name is available, you can try that part. I think it is available. Good. So I'm getting a name, a proper name. If I click on this part now, if you observe, guys, in my case, I get the live link and I can share it. I can add in my resume also.
Sorry, Atul, one
So
more time. Actually,
yes.
I uploaded it. It says published deploy for helpful. That
Do
then
one
I
thing.
should.
Just share your screen. Share your screen. Let me stop sharing my screen first.
Yeah, 1 second. So share yes, my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
Uh,
I.
click.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
Click on site overview. Site overview on the left side. There's a link. Helpful. Click on this link. Helpful.
So okay.
Don't. Yes. Once click on this part.
Yeah, text me here.
Scroll down. Scroll down. Right. Now go back. Now you can change the name of it accordingly. There's an option of site configuration. A button is there in the bottom here on the just click, and you can write the name accordingly. Site change site name.
Okay. This is like my profile.
Yes, you can write my profile. Your name you can write here.
Okay. Oh, space will not work. Yes, space will not work. Okay, my profile.
Yes.
Right. Already taken. My profile too. Taken.
If
Atul,
names
this
are not
is a
available now, it
universal.
will
This is a
yes.
universal names. Okay,
Okay.
so
Correct.
everyone has the names. So better to create
Try
a
some.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a
You can
universal.
use your name. I think it will not be like used by someone else. So you can use your name. That will be available.
My dashboard, I can make it. See dashboard. Okay.
And Atul, and every time when we have to write something, the code, and have to upload this dist file in every time to Netlify.
Yes. There comes the concept of GitHub now.
Yeah,
See,
that's right.
if we upload the code in GitHub and if we deploy using the GitHub, then it is not required to do every time. It automatically will update.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's all. Like after uploading, we will just click the link.
Yes. We have a link now. This is
Okay.
the yes. Now you can use this link to share somewhere else. But right now, see whatever portfolio we have made, it is very simple.
Yes.
It's a very basic one.
Yeah.
Okay, some people have very good one also, like very with the animation with some kind of a
Can I
design.
share my
Like
screen?
yes, Venkat.
And I will show you what I done. Did you see my screen?
Yes.
These are the.
Click on the link.
It's working. This is
Yes.
the link is working.
Right. Yes.
And already I developed some website by my using my
Okay.
own. I have the own domain. This is my
Okay.
own domain. I developed some by using
Nice.
HTML and CSS website.
Okay.
So I want to deploy this this all the code into this one is okay, right?
Yes, you can do. I think there is an option there only in the site configuration. If you click on that particular link again, where we deployed, again click on it, again open it. Yeah, the same one. There's option of site configuration. You can do that. I think domain
Okay.
management.
Okay.
Left me if you see domain management is there, right?
Yes.
Domain management left. Yep.
Yes.
No, right. No, not in this one. Right. Okay. Again, go back. This one. Domain management. I think here you can change it now. Add a domain. Your option. If it's right, there's an option.
Okay. Okay. Got
Add
it.
domain. We already have. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank
So
you.
fine guys, this one is all about deployment and how we have used the AI. Now I'm sharing my screen. Yes, Lolita, any doubt?
Sorry, no.
And again, guys, you can try to make it better, and if possible, try to share on the LinkedIn also. Okay, whatever you have learned today. Okay, just to show like whatever in the connection, you can increase the connection by sharing your day-to-day work things. Now let's see the next part. Now I will explain you something more about the component part. We have not discussed it properly. Whenever I want to create the component, what I will do, I will make a new file. First rule of component is that make a new file, give a name, and the first letter should be capital, right? Now here I'm giving, for example, name home dot jsx. Now it means I have created the component. Again, that is a very common mistake in the beginning. Don't make a spelling in a small letter. It should be capital only. Now here I will write a function, and then I will say h, the same name. It should be same name, right? Function, and inside that we have a return statement, a C bracket, enter, and now I can write my HTML code inside that. Now you can say one component is ready. Inside this, whatever you want, you can write it. And at the last, I have to export it. Export default and the component name. Now your component is ready. You can import it anywhere. Wherever you want to use it, you can import it. So component concept is like this. We break some code. We break the code in multiple parts. And what is the advantage? We can reuse it. See, I can call the home component n number of times. I can call it here in a home. I can call here also. Again, same rule. Write it, wait, it will show suggestion, and press the enter. So it is coming like this. Enter it. It is input. In the same way, you can go in the portfolio. You can add here also. So component can be called n number of times depending upon the requirement. It is same as function concept. See, in a function also can be called multiple times. Function is reusable. In the same way, component also a concept of reusable. Right? A small example about the component, I'm telling guys, a small simple rule of component, always make a file name and the function name same, and the first letter should be capital. Right? Okay. Now let's take a break here, guys. If you want, let's take a 10-minute break here. We need
Usually don't
almost.
require any break.
It's
I
not
think
required, guys.
because
Fine.
in 1 o'clock we'll close, right? Mostly.
Yes, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
1 o'clock. How
Yeah,
many minutes left?
because
As per your
I
timing?
am in Sweden. I am in Sweden, so it's 1 o'clock. Still
How
50
many
minutes
minutes are
left.
left? 15. Yeah, 50.
50.
Oh, 50. Okay, fine. So guys, okay, if you're good to go, we will discuss the remaining things now. Okay, so fine and good enough. Okay. Now we all understand what about the React, how to get React application, how we can deploy it, what is the basic in this part. Now let's move to the more basic things. Some more basic parts are there. Let's see that part
Atul,
now.
sorry, I
Yes.
have a doubt.
Mhm.
So you mentioned that the file name and the function name both should be same. So ideally,
Yes.
a single JSX file will only have one function, right? Because
Correct.
the name is same, right?
Correct.
And how do we divide? Because you mentioned that home. So is it like how we develop an application? Is it like one component? It's like because on
Mhm.
home page there are
Mhm.
different functionality, right?
Correct.
Or
Mhm.
so we develop it like page wise, and because there are different component, then you have to write different
Right.
functionality for different component. That is
Right.
one thing. And then how is the flow of execution? Like normally in programs we have main function. I see that
Correct.
there is main JSX, but we haven't discussed that. And you mentioned
Correct.
that app JSX, I think the flow start from app JSX.
Correct.
So how will the flow will, if you can
Mhm.
explain that also? Yeah.
Right. So yes, my plan is to discuss that part in the last because it required knowledge of DOM manipulation. But yes, we'll discuss that thing. So for all your doubt, let me come one by one. First of all, the first question is that is genuine question here. How the application start? See, if I am the compiler, if I am the person who is reading the code, what is the first file I will read? So answer is that, see, first of all, I will read the index.html file. Okay, fine. And if you remember, I mentioned one thing. Remember this div. It has the ID root. After that, inside the src folder, the first file that will execute is the main.jsx file. Okay, it is a main.jsx file. Previously, I mentioned app.js because maximum time we'll write the code in the app only. We'll never disturb the main.jsx. But in reality, main.jsx is the first file. Now, if you read this entire code, let's read one by one. In the top, we are importing. So when import means adding something in the current file. So that can be inbuilt or that can be come from somewhere else. So in this case, we can see these are the files that we have created in the component, in the folder of SRC. These are coming from the libraries. Sorry, the packages. See, if you remember in the beginning, I have shown that there are two packages. So these two things are coming from there, right? And line number 6, if you observe, there's something known as create root. It is a predefined method. Now, what they are telling, to make a root, make a starting point. But whom? A starting point to the root div. Document, whoever knows the DOM manipulation, that is a method of the DOM manipulation. I am selecting a location whose ID is root. And if you read in a simple English, it is making a sense also. What I am telling in my document, I want to get the location of ID. What is the ID name? Root. So what it will do, it will simply go to the index file. It will point to this div and it will make this div as a root element. When I say root element, what does it mean? A starting point of the entire React application. So everything will now enter inside this div only. Whatever code you will write, it will go inside this only because we have created this div as a root path. Okay, so the main.jsx, this is the entire part. Stick mode, again a theoretical topic. Let's remove this part. If you remove it, it's fine. Now, if you see what I am telling, okay, now render. Render means execute, or you can say refresh. Now, what we are telling, we are telling now start application app component. Yeah, execute the app component. Now, from the main.jsx, now we are running the app component. So my code will go from there to the app component. In the app component, now what I am doing, I am calling two components. One is a portfolio, one is a home. Now from the app, you go to the port component. You go in the portfolio component. In a portfolio component, now what I am telling return this entire code. So this entire code will come from there, will go inside the app.js. This entire thing will be replaced by this. And then whatever code comes here, what we are telling return. So this entire code then go from there and will be placed inside the main.jsx file. And then this entire code will be placed inside this div. And that is the meaning of return. See, we are seeing return in every place because we are giving back. The code is coming back. Not just to show this part whether it is work or not, what I will do, I will go back in the browser, right? And I will click on the inspect part, inspect. Now in inspect part, if you click on this element, there is a body, expand it. Now inside the body, if you see, we have a root. And if you observe here, we have the root div first. Inside that, I have a div portfolio container. After that, I have a div that is coming from the home. Is it clear now? Sandeep, is it clear now?
Sorry, Atul, I didn't understand this. Inside body, root is there, and then portfolio container, and then hello. Like we haven't given anything like that, right? Hello and
See, we have not given, but if you read the code, see, ultimately entire will be combined internally. Okay,
yes, yes.
that thing is created by the React part. But we are write the code because we want to make the things easy for us as a developer. Now, if you read the code again, see, we know this part now. Ki main will execute first. Now, when I go in the main.js, as per the flow, first flow, from the main, I'm going to the app component. Okay, I will go in the app component. Now, from the app, I'm going inside the portfolio and then home component. Now, if you go inside the portfolio component, you see here inside the portfolio, we are not going somewhere else. We have some HTML code here now. And this entire HTML code, what I am telling, return it, give it back. This entire code I am giving back. So where I'm giving back, I am calling the portfolio in the app. So that entire code will be replaced by this. This is the internal part. Internally, the same thing will happen. In the same way, home.js part, I am returning it. This entire code will come back there.
Right.
And now this entire code, whatever you have, we are returning it, right? This will be given back. This will be replaced by the main.jsx. This entire code will come here. And then because we are selecting the location of root div and we are rendering it. So whatever code comes here, that entire code will go inside the index HTML inside this root div.
Right, right. One follow-up question, Atul. So we are not touching the index and the main.jsx, right? Like only it's just that uh, app.jsx, we will be adding up all the file that will be creating. Like this part will remain as it is, right? Like main.jsx and
Correct, correct, correct.
okay, okay, got it. Got the
That
flow.
part, that part is correct. But here is a one more part here. It is not fixed. See, as per the requirement, it can be changed also. It is not like we can't change it. There's one concept of routing. So when you ask me about what if how we can get multiple pages, so in a single React application we have multiple pages. See, Flipkart is completely built with the React, so it has multiple pages. How we
Right,
can build it?
but that we cannot add that in app.jx where we are adding the component. No?
Mm-hmm. We know, see, we can write the code there also. So here what I'm trying to convey, it is not fixed. Main.jsx can't be changed. Here also
Right,
modification is possible
right.
depending upon my code requirement, depending upon the feature that we want to add.
Okay, okay,
Okay. So
okay.
here we will not note it down in our mind here. This is not this can't be changed. It can be changed. It can be contain some more codes.
Right. Just correct my understanding. So,
Mhm.
uh, page level thing, like individual
Mhm.
page, we can add it in main, and then for each page we have different component, kind of.
Okay. Yes. So here, see, term wise, like as per our as per our understanding, we have two terms in our mind. One is a page, one is a component. Okay, normally, see, if you see right, open the browser, this one is a page for us, and this
Right,
is simple page for us, right? But
right.
in our React application, everything is a component. Okay, meaning wise, we can say ki it is a page. Right now, this component is fulfilling the purpose of page.
Okay,
Okay, so
okay.
I will explain this part once we start routing that make a more
Right,
sense to you.
right.
But yes, here what I'm telling, everything is component, but based on our requirement, based on our meaning, we can mention this part ki this one is a pages. Now
Okay,
to clarify it more clearly, let me make a things clear in the same example. So in the real time example, what people used to do, they used to make a two folders. In the SRC, they will make a two folder. One, they will say a folder name is component, and one they will say a folder name is pages, right? Currently in our code, because we have make the portfolio, right? This entire portfolio is a kind of a page for us. So this entire portfolio I will pass in the, so sorry, it should be in the pages.
okay.
I think it stuck the screen.
Jadana, I think he mentioned that there might be some network issues, so yeah, he will rejoin.
Yes.
Okay, guys. As I mentioned, in between connection can be lost. Fine. Yep. Okay. So Sandeep, I think we are discussing a question of you. So in the real life project, what happened? We used to make a folder like this, pages and the component, right? So which will clarify ki, okay, this is a component, but it is fulfilling the purpose of page.
Right.
Okay, Sandeep, now it's clear. Okay.
Yeah, Atul.
Now,
Thank you.
one more part. See, we have defined this portfolio component. Now, the same component I will break in multiple parts. Right now, how I can make, for example, it has a header section, right? It has something contact information. It has an experience part, skills part. So we can write the code in the same component. It is fine, right? But the same code can be broken to multiple parts. So what I can do, I can make a component like I can make, okay, there is a component educations dot JSX, right? There is a one library, one package. With the help of that, you can get a shortcuts like RFC. So RFC means React functional component. So with the shortcuts, the default code will come automatically. I don't know why it is not coming now. RFC, oops. Okay, now it is not coming. Leave it, and again try. Not coming. So write the code again. Function. The entire thing. The spelling should be same. And now I'll say return. Now in this part, from the portfolio code, what I will do, this entire section I will take, copy it, remove it from there, go in the education part, and now I'm placing the code here. Click on format document. Yes, so if you see now, and at the last I will tell export default, the component name, that is education. Now in my portfolio, what I will do here, I can call the component that is the education. In the same way, I can make one more component that is a skills. And see, with this, although it seems key, Atul, why it is required? Like if we get the code by writing in the same file, why unnecessary you are creating multiple components? It making the code more complex and more lengthier. See, no, it seems like that in the beginning, but if you go with a longer picture, it is more manageable. If somewhere else I need to add my education part, I can directly call the component education. If I need to modify only education, I don't need to open the portfolio component. I will simply go in the education. I will update the education part here and done. The changes will be reflected there. So if I save the code now, if you go back in the browser, okay, because there is a fault in the internet, I have to again start the application. Control C. Yes. So I hope guys the meaning of component clear now, how to create the component.
Yes, Atul.
Okay. The last topic for today's session, okay, very last topic, that is we'll build a counter application, and I will show you, I will discuss with you a topic that is a use state hook. Now, what is the meaning of hook? Okay, so last topic for today's session. For that, now what I will do, I will make one more page. Okay, I will give a name counter.jsx, right? You guys also write the code along with me. You can make one more component, give a name counter, and again spelling should be capital letter, return, and I'm writing a basic code here. Basic code means first of all I'm writing a here heading 1, I'm writing a 0 here, and after that I will write the 3 buttons. First button for the increment, and the same button now I will copy, paste, and let's make remaining one of them is a reset, and one of them here is a decrement. Fine. So at the last, don't forget to export it. export default, and the name of your component, it is a counter, will go now inside the app.jsx file. See, here I'm calling the portfolio previously, right? In the home component. Now I'm commenting out. To comment out, simply select control / it will comment out. Now you can call the component whatever you want. This time I want the counter. I will type few words. Suggestion is coming. Press the enter.
Can you show the code again?
Yes. So in the counter component, we have write a simple HTML code where it has a heading and 3 buttons are there.
Yes, done.
Is it complete?
Yes.
Done.
Next.
If it is complete, you import it in the app.jsx file. You can simply write few words and then press the enter. It should be automatically import.
Okay.
If anyone is getting error, guys, you can discuss with me. We'll discuss how to solve it. Open the browser, and now you can see in my browser. Okay, do we have the counter? In your case, guys, you will get the 3 buttons with a 0 in the heading.
But it's not incrementing.
Because we have not added the functionality part.
Okay.
Okay. So we have called the component, guys, and I hope you all will able to see 3 buttons. See, in my case, one error is coming. See this part, this error part. I have placed the portfolio in the pages folder. Previously, it is not inside the pages folder. So my import command is now changed. So it is not imported directly from the src folder. It should be imported from the pages folder. So because of this path, I'm getting error part. Okay, so it should be pages/portfolio. But again, we don't need it right now. Save it. I think we'll go back again in the browser. So right, so we are getting this counter application now. As you mentioned, guys, you know JavaScript. So I'm assuming you know the basic of the variables also. So I'm writing a code here. If you want to implement a JavaScript counter application, the first thing you need is defining the variable. Now, inside the component, as I mentioned, you can say component, you can assume 2 parts are there. One is a return part that contain the HTML code, JSX. One is before that. So here I can write any JavaScript logic. So I have write the variable count here. Now I am writing a function. I will say function name is inc. You can write any function name. I'm writing an inc number. Inc, I'm telling plus count. Don't write the entire code. Simply copy the code, paste, because in every function we need the same kind of a thing. Reset. Now I'm writing here is equal to 0. And here I'm writing minus count. Decrement. Yeah. So I have defined 3 functions, and if you are able to see this part, it's very simple to understand. Every function has their own logic. In inc plus reset 0, dec mein minus, right? Now you want to execute this function whenever someone click on the button, right? So here comes the concept of DOM events. What is the meaning of DOM event? Based on the user interaction, you want to perform some functionality, incrementing, decrementing, moving something. In the same way, in this application, when someone click on the increment, what I want to increment the value of count. So here comes known as on click. What is an on click? So on click is a DOM event right? So where we used to write now. Again, now I have a doubt whether you know this part or not. In a JavaScript, we have an arrow function, guys. Okay, so we are writing arrow function, and I'm calling here inc. This is the code. What does it mean? Means I am telling when someone click on the increment button, call the function inc. Same way, if I copy the code and if I place it here, now here I'm writing a function name reset. In the same way, here also I'm writing on click, and this time I'm calling a function. So guys, you can write the code. Maximum code is same only. You can write once and you can copy and paste. I have simply defined the variable count, and if you are good with the basics, you can easily understand the code what it is doing. On every click, I am calling a function which is performing the required functionality.
And Atul, this will be the syntax of calling a function, right? Like bracket, then arrow, and then the function name.
Then there are three ways of calling a function here. I will explain this all of them one by one. But normally I prefer to use in this way. Like this will always work. There is no
Okay.
condition, no restriction.
Okay, and also because earlier you have mentioned when you were explaining a JSX file, the syntax. So is it always like we have to write like top section is like JavaScript and then bottom we have HTML, like a
Yes,
mandatory kind of
correct,
a thing?
correct.
Okay, okay,
So normally, see, I never write the code in
thank
that way. I never write the code. You can say after return statement. I never tried that part. Never. Okay, but you can say we always write the code before this JSX code.
okay, okay.
I wrote the code, but it's not incrementing, decrementing. Is it working?
Yes, yes, yes. It will not work. It will not work. I will explain. Now here comes the main discussion, a new topic of discussion. So first of all, I will show you like what is the problem and how it can be resolved. So guys, if you have write the code here, you can check in your browser. See, still it will not work. Okay. Guys, can you once confirm in the chat, whoever there in the call right now, you all are up to this part. Like everyone is fine till this point, so that I can discuss the next part. What about other guys? Yes, okay, okay, fine. See, if you're not writing the code, that is also fine. But if you're understanding everything, that is also okay. Okay, everything is fine, perfect. Okay. So now, if you see here, if it is not working as a developer, my next part will be a testing. I will do some basic testing just to check whether things are working or not. Okay, see, logic is very simple. If you ask me logic of this part, now what I mentioned here. Okay, see, we are implementing a counter application. Means what we want at the end when someone click on the button, it should be changed. And increment means incrementing the value by 1. Decrement -1. Reset 0. So basic coding logic we have used. We have defined the variable here, and in my function I have write the code for the logic here. For example, in case of increment plus count, or you can also mention count is equal to count plus 1. Anything is fine. In the same way, reset may count is equal to 0 to make it 0, and in case of a decrement, we can also write count is equal to count -1. Now we don't want to call the function every time. We want to call them depending upon the user interaction. Now there comes the concept of on click. That is a DOM events. On click, on submit, on change. We have so many DOM events. But I want to start this function when someone click on the button. For that reason, I have defined on click and I have write the code okay on the situation call the increment function. That is all logic about this basic code. Now, if you go back in the browser and if I open my inspect part, if I open the console also, now we'll check, do we have any error? No, no error is there. Still it is not working. So what I will do in the function after the count, I will say console.log. I will print the value of count. In the same way here also, I will print the value of count. So why we are doing it? We are doing it just to check whether my logic is working fine or not. So if we go back in the browser and check now, and let's see. See if I click on an increment. See, 1 is coming here. Okay, again increment, 2, 3, 4. Reset. Yes. Decrement. Yes. So it means logic is working fine. Whatever logic we have, right, it is working fine. So we have test it with the help of console statement. So there's no issue in the logic, but the question comes ki, Atul, why it is not coming? So see, in the heading 1, you have to display the variable count. So now whenever, see, this entire thing is a JSX, correct? That is a HTML code. Now inside the HTML code, if you again want to write the JavaScript code, you have to write it in the curly brace. What does it mean? See, I am writing here count. So I don't want to treat count as a string. I want to treat count as a variable. So for that purpose, you have to use the curly braces. So there is a one rule now inside the JSX, inside this HTML code. If you want to write some JavaScript code, you have to write in the curly brace. So if I save the code, we go back in the browser, 0 is there. Okay. Now if I click, again, nothing is changing. If you again go back, if I remove the curly brace, in that case, what will happen? This count will be treated as a string. So you will see exactly count will come, right? To use it as a variable, we have to place curly braces. That is the first rule. But even though we have done this part, still nothing is changing. Now here comes the concept of, you can say, a state variable. So here comes the concept of state variable. So what I've conveyed here, so there is something known as state variable. Now here we have two types of a thing now. One is a simple variable, one is a state variable. Simple variable, the variable that we are using right now, using a var, lat and const, right? We are using it right now, it is not working. Next come state variable. Now, what is the meaning of state variable? How to use it? What is the syntax of it? We'll complete this three part now. So to define the state variable, a syntax is like this. We have to write a var, then square bracket, and then we have to write use state. See, it is a predefined thing. Use state is a predefined thing. You have to press the enter to import it. So press the enter. If you see in the top, it is imported, and write the C bracket. In the C bracket, you will define the initial value of your state variable. Now here what I will do, I will define my state variable. It can be anything. I'm defining a same name count. You can define any name here. And after that, you will write a one method. The method name will be set count. Now, if I talk more about this entire line, this name can be anything. Okay. Second one can be anything, but we always try to write the name in the same way. Count, set count. Name, set name. Age, set age. Value, set value. Okay. What is the meaning of set count? I will explain. Use state is a predefined. With the help of that, we are defining this state variable, and it contains the initial value of your state variable. In this case, 0 is the initial value of count. You can define any number. You can define string also. You can define array also. Okay, right now, as per my requirement, I need a number. So that's why I'm writing a 0 here. Now, this is my state variable. Okay, let me comment out this part now. Now, how to use it? See, when someone click on the button increment, I need to call the function inc. Right? When this function will be triggered, I need to increment the value of count by 1. So when we have a state variable, we need to use the method setCount. So to update the state variable, we will use the method that is a setCount. We can't update state variable directly. We can't say count is equal to 1, count is equal to 0. No, it is a state variable. It can be updated only with the help of the method that is a setCount. Okay, so you can say here plus plus count. So what I'm telling here, I'm telling ki inside the set count, pass what to pass a value of count by incrementing by 1. So this count value become 1. In the same way, the reset set count, I am passing 0. In the same way, in a decrement, I am saying set count minus count. So now if we try this part, if we try the entire code again, let's see whether it is working or not. See, now it is working. So why it is working now, why it is not working previously, we'll discuss that part. But first of all, try to understand one simple thing, how we have defined the state variable, what is the syntax part, what is the meaning of set count. We can't change the count directly. Now we have to take the help of set count. Is it clear, guys? Apart from this question, why it is working now, why it is not working previously, we'll discuss that part. Apart from that question, if anyone have a doubt, you can discuss with me.
Yeah,
You can
Atul.
write the code also. Yes.
Regarding this set count, where in reset function, if we will give set count equal to 0, that will also work.
Okay. Yes. This part will also work here. If you say count is equal to 0. So again, I also never tried this thing. But again, let me see. Yes. Because here what you are telling ki make the count is equal to 0. Yes.
Okay. And another thing, what we will call set count, is it user defined function or a predefined function? Because you said that we can use the name as per programming, like if it is
Correct.
count, then set count page, then set page. So
Correct.
it looks like user defined function, but then this is like predefined. This is get imported
Correct.
kind of, because we are not
Correct.
defining. So how do you say that? Is it user defined or predefined?
Okay. See, it is a predefined thing. It is a predefined thing. Now here comes the concept of a JavaScript. So I don't know whether you are aware about this array destructuring, guys. Anyone?
Sorry, what,
Anyone
Atul?
knows about array destructuring, object destructuring?
No, I'm not
No.
aware.
No. Okay. Okay, let me take an example on this part here. Mm, See, as you mentioned, you are aware about JavaScript. I think no, JavaScript, so many things are there. So if someone is want to enter in the front end, don't miss JavaScript. Make it complete along with all the basic concept. Someone. Okay. So as a term suggests, destructuring. So to destructure the code, to destructure the data, we have a two concept in JavaScript. One is the array destructuring, one is the object destructuring. So right now in our example, in our code, they are using array destructuring. So I will take a small example which make things more clear to you. So first of all, I will take a object. Let us say I'm making an object here. I'm giving a name obj. It contains a two key. One is an Atul, for example. One more key is there, score. Now, in this scenario, if you want to print the HTML value, so I hope so you all are aware about this part. We can simply say obj dot score dot HTML, right? We can simply run the code and we can get the output. But as again I mentioned, developers are lazy, so they figure out a solution. Yeah, I don't want to write it multiple times. See, ultimately I want to print the HTML value. So why I'm writing it again and again? So if I want to use the HTML and suppose 5 places. So 5 times I have to write object.score.html. So what they mention, they say, okay, we have figured out one concept, that is the object destructuring. In that, what I am doing, I am destructuring the object value. Okay, wait, oh shit, wait. We are destructuring now. So see what I have done now. I am telling ki the score is the object. From this object, destructure what? Destructure HTML. So by doing so, now what is the advantage? Instead of using this big line, now I can directly use HTML. You can also destructure one more key, that is a CSS. So in that case, also now you can directly use CSS. Console.log. As simple, this thing means taking out the keys from the object so that we can directly use them. In the same way, I can also write here, I want to destructure my name key. From where? From obj. Now by doing so, I can directly use the name. Console.log name. That is the object destructuring. Now in an object destructuring, we have a limitation. We have to use the same keys here. Left side, we have to use the same keys. But if I write now array destructuring, now suppose I have an array 10, 20, 30. Now I can say here const square bracket. I can say here a comma b comma c, and I will write here. So in this case, now what will happen? In this case, the a store in the 10 store in the a, b store in the 20 store in the b, and 30 store in the c. If you write here a comma, in that case 10 will go in the a, 20 will go in the b. Here, because it is the array destructuring, we have a freedom. We can add anything. We can write here, for example, name, comma, set name. So in case of array destructuring, we can add anything. So if you got the idea about the array destructuring or array destructuring a little bit, you go back in the code file. See, this useState is returning. Ultimately, if you see, it is a function. Yeah, you can say method, right? useState is a predefined hooks. Hooks are nothing but predefined functions. This function is returning. Its function is giving something to you, and that is coming in a form of array. Okay, this useState is giving us a array, right? Now because it is returning a array, so what I have done, I have destructured that array and I store the value in two things. One is a count, one is set count.
Right, Atul. Got it.
Got it now? See, normally it will not clear in a single way. Okay, so you can assume there is one array. I'm getting one array thing from this useState, and then we are telling you, okay, from this array, destructures the two values. Or if someone want to more clarity, you can say, guys, ki this useState is giving us an array which contain two values, right? Value 1, value 2. Now, to make it more meaningful, to make it separate from the entire code, to get the idea that this is the state variable, this is normal variable, we make a syntax. Okay, always use the code in the same way. But there's no limitation. See, here you can use anything. You can use here B also. That will also work. Okay, Shivam, I think it's clear now.
Right, Atul. It's clear now. Thank you.
Fine. So this is all about a state variable. Now let's come to the last discussion, last question that is there. Atul, why it is working now and why it is not working previously, right? Now there comes a concept of a DOM part. So we have some DOM concept here. DOM, virtual DOM is there, right? I will discuss that part in tomorrow's session.
And
See,
for me, it's not
Which part?
showing any code here, like increment and decrement. It's not showing in my code in the page.
So if some code is not coming, means you're doing some mistake. So you can share the screen now. Let me fix that error first.
Okay. I'm sharing. Did you see my screen?
Wait.
Did you see my screen?
Wait 1 minute. I think yes, now it's coming. Yeah. Scroll up. Go the top. Go on the top. See, if you observe now, you forget to import the use state. Right? See, I know this part because I have a good experience. But what if as a developer you need to know this part why it is not working? So go in the browser. Go in the browser. Right click, inspect, check in the console. In the React application, if something is not working as per our expectation, always check the inspect part. Go in the browser, right click.
I'm not getting any here. Anything.
Right click, inspect. Not here. Here only. Okay, it's coming now. Fine. Console, yes. So if you see what is telling, they're doing multiple things. You have some errors in the code file. So from this part, remember, whenever something is not coming in your screen as per your expectation, means you're doing some mistake. Right. So now go back in the code. Let's go on the top function counter. Okay, find count, set count, use state. Then set count plus count, everything is fine. Scroll down. The first mistake is that import the use state. What is that? Go to the top line, line number 4. Line number 4. Remove, and then from the last, remove some letters. Remove some letters. Yes. Now again type, right? S, capital S. Enter. Yes. Now it is automatically import because it is a predefined thing.
But previous one also same, right? The previous also use state, right? I wrote the same spelling.
But you have not imported, no? It is not defined by you. Like we are using it from the React. Line number 1, if you observe, previously that is not there.
Yes, this one. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So guys, now what I'm telling, key why it works now. See, in the React, we want to refresh the page. When you're using a normal variable, your HTML page is not refreshing. But when you use the state variable, there is a rule. Whenever the state variable change, entire component re-render, means refresh. For example, previously when we click on the button, increment, for example, right? So on that case, nothing is happening. See, value is changing, but we are not able to see change in the browser. The reason is very simple, because on that time, my component is not refreshed. Whatever is there in the beginning, it is there, it is fixed. But whereas when you change the state variable, for example, line number 10, here I am changing a state variable. I am making it plus plus. So whenever state variable, the entire component again refresh, it again restart. Because it again restart, that is the reason if you go in the browser now, when I click on the increment, it again change the HTML. It again do the change the HTML. Again click, again code will again start from a scratch. So it is like there is a one tree, on a tree you are painting the color. So when first time you click, we'll simply take the apple, we take a color of red, again place it. When you again click, we again change the color, again place it back. So when we use the state variable, this is the process happening. The things will again regenerate from the scratch. Yes, Sandeep.
I have actually two question, like question and answer, I feel, because so first is like, are we not going to use, because now we are like, it's like dynamically, like responsive page, yeah. So we are not going to use normal variable and good to use state variable everywhere. But again, second thing is like, because you said that it will load from the scratch. So this will impact the performance, right?
Right.
So it is not like it is not good to use state variable everywhere then, right? So how to
Correct.
understand when to use state variable, when to use normal variable, like how to differentiate
Yes.
that?
Yes. So first point here, state variables are required because if we don't have a state variable, we will not able to see changes in the browser. As per React concept, it should be there. Then only we can see the changes that we need in the browser. When to use it? Wherever you think there's a user interaction. Wherever you think there's a user interaction, in that case, always use state variable to hold the value. For example, right now when I click on the button, see here user interaction is there. Some changes are required. Again, state variable. Input field, when you want to take data from the user, like login form. For them also, I will use a state variable. When data is dynamic or when you want a data from the user, when user interactions are there, in that case, I will take a state variable to hold the data.
But always there will be, because always there will be some action, right? So
Correct.
so wherever there is an action, basically we will uh we will
Yes, to
take that as
correct. To hold that action, to get the changes of that action, will always take a state variable. Yes, correct. That is correct.
okay, okay.
Now, next question is that ki, if we have multiple state variable, it will impact the speed of performance. Yes, yes. Now, for that part also, we have another concept ki how to control the rendering part, how to control unnecessary refresh part. For that part also, we have some tools, some hooks are there that we need to learn.
Okay. And also one more thing, you said that hooks are function, right? Like somewhere
Correct,
you have
correct.
mentioned. So why is it is it like just a term in React? Because normally we say function method, so it's just
Hmm.
of
Okay. See,
saying
normally to make it more clear in our mind because we are well aware about the functions, so it is easily understandable. Although hooks are hooks, but ultimately someone go in a depth and they will figure out that these are the predefined function. We are calling them nothing else. These
okay,
are the function that is defined internally in the React, and we are using them as per their requirement.
okay, okay.
Okay, and in the React we have multiple hooks. This is the one example of a hook. We have one more hook that is a use effect. We'll discuss that part in tomorrow's session. And apart from that, there's a one concept of custom hook. We can make our own hook as per our requirement.
Right, right, Atul. Got it.
Okay, okay. So
Mm.
Rashmus and Vishnu
The,
asked, I did
the,
like attention. Yes, that is also fine. We can use in that way also. We set count previous. So in that case, what you are telling, whatever value we have in a previous state variable, update that part with the help of +1. Okay. So okay, guys. That's it for today's session. In tomorrow's session, what we will do, we'll discuss about the API integration, how to take data from the API and how we can display them, and other tools of for the AI, like some Figma tools are there, how to get design from a text to Figma, and how to convert Figma design to the React code. If time is there, we'll discuss that part also, right? So yes, that's it for today's session. If someone have a doubt, they can stay on the call and they can discuss with me. Yes, Sandeep.
Just one last thing. I mean, this is just 2 days, and this is more for AI integration with
Correct.
like this is meant for that. But because for me, I am very new for
Mhm.
development, front end development. So how do
Mhm.
I start? Like, if you can share some material also from where I can start and understand,
Yes, yes. Hmm. So
like some YouTube channel or
correct,
some
correct,
PDF,
correct.
that will
Hmm.
really help. And
So
you have mentioned JavaScript also. So yeah,
So I think Sandeep, in this now previously the plan is to make the maximum of AI thing apart from React, but then we figure out ki maximum people doesn't know aware about the React JS. So if you observe in today's session also, I think 90% session is a React JS, only 10% we have taken an AI thing. Tomorrow also same thing will be there. Coming to the videos and all this thing, just Jagdish mentioned ki in the coming days we will have this bootcamp for the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So you can go through it. And when this video will upload, I will in the description I will send all the required links that you can follow. And tomorrow at the end of a day, I will share you some more links that you can go through after this 2 days workshop, which will help you to get more understanding about all this concept.
Right, Atul. Definitely that will help. And I mean, today's session was amazing. I mean, I knew a lot now. So yeah, thank you for this amazing session.
Thank you, Sandeep. Yeah, thank you. But I thought ki, guys, you have the basic understanding of a JavaScript, but it seems ki, like you need some more understanding in JavaScript, like ECMAScript, some core concept.
Programming, yes, but JavaScript, not
Okay, got
entirely.
it.
HTML, CSS, yes, but yeah.
Okay, fine. So yes, guys, thank you so much. So yes, if you want, you can drop the session. We'll again meet at the same time.
Cool. Thank you so much, Atul. Have a great weekend.
Okay, Sandeep. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Atul.
Atul, I have some doubt.
Yes.
Today we deploy the Netlify on by manual, right? So if I want
Correct.
to deploy on by GitHub,
Mhm.
just I want to add all the files, or only district file is only required to add to by GitHub.
In that case, digital is not required. So, okay. So tomorrow I will take one example on that part. Once you deploy the code once you upload the code on the GitHub, now in the Netlify there is an option, manually upload or deploy from the existence. So there you can select the GitHub part.
Okay.
Well, it will be come in a steps only. So what I will do tomorrow, I will take give an example on that part so that all will get the idea.
Okay. Because every time when we write some code and I want to develop some after this 2-day workshop, if I want to continue the existing code, I want to write some code and I want to deploy on
Correct.
my GitHub and GitHub to Netlify. I have the domains, right? So
Done.
I want to do like
Tomorrow definitely I will explain that part. In case if I forget, just remind me. In
yeah,
case.
sure. Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm stopping the recording here.
Yeah.